Today's lesson is on area of composite figures. So, in this particular example here, we have two rectangles. And whenever we do a question like this, we will always have more than one shape. Sometimes the shape will be the same. Sometimes it'll be a combination of two or more, and they're all different shapes. But here we have two rectangles. So first of all, we have this and this. They both have a little hash mark. The hash mark is there to tell you they're the same. So if they're the same and this is 12, then how much is this? Yes, it's 6. So it's going to be 6 centimeters. That's also 6 centimeters. And we can use that to find our areas. You could kind of do this a couple different ways without any doubt. And you'll get the same answer. The way I see that might be most logical is to cut it up into two pieces right here. So I'm going to call this first piece A1 and this second piece A2. Two different rectangles. And once we've divided the shape into two rectangles, now we just have to find the area of each of these rectangles. So A1, length times width. What's the length? What's the width? So it happens to be a square, in fact. 6 times 6 is 36 centimeters squared. Now, we're going to talk about A2. A2, also a rectangle. Length, width. What's the length? 10. What's the width? 6. 10 times 6. 60 centimeters squared. Make sure to include those units. And now, to find the area of the whole thing, you just add A1 together to A2. So 36 plus 60, 96 centimeters squared. So that is the area of that shape. Okie dokie. We'll do our other example. Here we have what shapes? Circle and a rectangle. So when we talk about the circle, yes, it's a semicircle because it's only half a circle. But there's another one. And if we're talking about area, if you have two half circles and you put them together, what do you got? You got full circle. So we have a full circle, and we have a rectangle. So what we need to do is we need to find the area of the circle, area of the rectangle, and then combine them together. Area of the rectangle, really straightforward. What's the formula for that? Length times width. What's the length? 40. Great. And the width? 20. 40 times 20 gives us 800 meters squared. That's the area of the rectangle. Now we'll talk about the area of the circle. Formula for that is pi r squared. Yep. Okay, $1 million question. What's the radius?
10.
Great. It's 10 because this whole thing is 20, and that's the diameter. The radius is half of that. Half of 20 is 10. So order of operations says we have to do the squaring first. 10 squared is 100. And we multiply that by pi. We get 314.16 meters squared if we round it to 2 decimal places, which again is what we should do. So we get 314.16 meters squared. Once we have both those areas, we can go ahead and add them together. So we can take the area of the rectangle and add the area of the circle. I don't know what that would be, it's just area. Don't put anything there. So it's going to be 800 plus 314.16, which gives us 1,114.16 meters squared. There's your area.